We had a guy that we had helped.
Damon, before I forget, hold that story for what's AI in the sky? Is that your thing?
Drones. So
Just
drones are
drones in general. That's what
just
that's
drones in general. Yeah, the newer technology and newer
the
drones.
newer. Is that the newer term AI in the sky for?
Yeah, it's what I call it. So it's
You got
pretty
that
much.
trademark, right?
Oh, we absolutely do.
All right, now tell me your story.
So the cool thing about it is that like we have this one kid that 16 years old started came to one of our trainings, decided to start a drone business, and then his parents are both professors, teachers, and he ends up doing over six figures of net revenue after his first year, his senior year in school, doing it part-time. And he ended up decided telling his parents when he graduated that he was going to keep working on his drone business and not go to college, at least right now. They kind of freaked out a little bit. And in the next year, he ended up almost quadrupling what he did. And so he paid their house off for him. And he was making more than the both of them combined, just his first year out of high school. And then the next year, he ended up hiring this kid who was 2 years older than him and kind of a mentor of his, a videographer. He had gone to a really high-end, fancy Ivy League motion picture school and couldn't get a job. So this kid ended up hiring him, and he had this realization when he was getting his award from us. We do these annual retreats and recognize everybody, and he was like, "Holy cow!" He's like, "I'm paying this kid, a fraction of what he should be making, what he's worth, and he's happy with it." And he came here and started working for me, and I thought he knew everything, and I had to teach him how to do everything in a real world because what he learned at school wasn't applicable. And so now this kid's on a totally different trajectory. Now he's married, he's got two kids now, and it's pretty cool to see how he's grown up from a kid to a man in a few years, and built a big business in the way he's contributing. And it's pretty cool to see, and I want that for more people. That's really why I'm doing this, is I just want to help people achieve their dreams, whatever it is.
And so for any of the side stuff, what I mean is the different types, like I came up with, we're talking about clean, I keep bringing it up, but I just see so many damn solar panels. I mean, I go out on the freeway, they're on every single house in all these different areas. Is that like a system that they have already for that? Or is that something you have to create? You follow me? Like to clean it? Is there like these drones have certain spray, stuff on them and spray, you understand what I'm trying to get out? I'm trying.
Yeah. There are a couple of plug and play solutions where you can just kind of get the equipment that's needed and go out and start doing that. That's still kind of in its infancy stage. So there is still a lot of the manual flying part of it. Like most of these sprayers are tethered. They have cords that are tethered.
Right.
So you have to recoil when you're done flying and recoil them, and you have to kind of fly the drone around to be able to recoil them correctly, and then pay attention that they don't get hung up on something or snagging. So it's not totally AI in the sky in that particular vertical market. But yeah, there's tons of them.
You could if you do the same track, so they're all the same. The houses look the same, the same roofs, the same this. They put the solar in the same place. They put this, and you could actually what the other thing you could offer too is inspections of the solar, because there's warranties on those things, and if you clean them, you could see the issues if there's going to be, because some of those people had those solar panels, back in the 90s forever, and they did not work like they should work. But now you have some way of getting up there and not actually have to be on the roof. And I can see so many different things, the commercial aspect of taking care of solar panels that are everywhere, because people cleaning them is just too much work.
Yeah.